right, Margaret, welcome
Thank
to
you.
Healing Qi Gong. Thank you so much for showing up today. So, Qi Gong is really a moving breath meditation, and we are going to be syncing our breath with the movements and collecting our energy by doing so. Okay? So, to start, we're going to warm up, and we're going to place our hands on the lower dantian, which is right below the navel. You're going to place your hands covering that area right below. And we're just going to take some nice deep belly breaths, okay? Let's go ahead and start. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Picturing that white golden light coming down from the sky and filling the space right behind your hands in our lower dantian, just filling us with that golden light and warming us up. Nice deep belly breaths. Very good. Just continue with that wave breath. Exhaling through the mouth with our shoulders down and relaxed, knees relaxed, ankles about shoulder width apart. And from here, we are going to gently allow our hands to rise in front of us on that inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to allow the hands to face the earth, palms down, dropping, and we're just combing the energy in front of us. Just clearing out all the debris. Inhale and exhale, remembering to drop the shoulders. Keeping the knees soft, the hips loose. Inhale, back up. Combing through, and exhale. Releasing all that doesn't serve you and grounding that down to the earth below. And from here, placing our hands back on the lower dantian. And we're going to bring our ankles together, our feet together. Our knees gentle, relaxed still at the hips and the shoulders. And we're just going to sway slowly like a bamboo shoot in the wind. And just allowing the natural breath to come at whatever pace is good for you. Using your toes to help balance and wiggle if that feels right for you. And remembering your breath as you go. Just like a bamboo in the breeze. Very good. And from here, we're going to step our feet apart, about shoulder width again. With our arms relaxed at our sides, we're going to start to just gently shake our palms and our wrists, and allowing that shake, just like you're throwing water off your hands after you wash them. Remembering that breath, keeping those shoulders away from the ears, down, straight spine, loose hips, and allowing that shake to move up the arm into the elbow. Opening the mouth fully, allowing that exhale to come out like we're shaking everything off and breathing it out, and allowing that shake to move up into the shoulders now. And if you want to do one arm at the time, you can do that, or if you feel comfortable doing two, you can do that also. just allowing that shake to slowly slow down, back down to the wrist, to where it's just the wrist shaking. And then allowing the arms to just drop down to the sides. Remembering to breathe, shoulders relaxed. And feeling the energy that we stirred up from shaking our arms. And from here, I'd like you to bring your hands together in prayer motion. And then we're going to rub them back and forth, creating friction. As fast or as slow as you would like to go. Like you're warming your hands on a chilly afternoon. Remembering to breathe as you do that. Now a little faster. And from here, I want you to slowly bring your palms apart, very gently. Relaxed fingertips, relaxed shoulders, about hip widths apart. And feeling the energy that we stirred up within the palms, and those energy centers. And then slowly bringing the hands back together again. We're trying to feel that little ball of energy, that Qi ball that we're stimulating and becoming more and more aware of. So just bringing the palms further and then closer together at whatever pace feels right to you, and really trying to feel into that. Remembering to connect with the ground. And relax and breathe as you're feeling into your ball. Exhale, moving your palms toward each other. And inhale, expanding the palms further away. Having the palms follow your breath. And now from here, just allowing the hands to drop down to the sides. Breathing deeply. And now we're going to start one of my favorites. It's called the pendulum. And we're just going to be rocking our arms from side to side, one across the front and then the back. And then we're going to switch, like a pendulum, rocking side to side. And you're going to turn left across your body, looking over your shoulder gently if that's comfortable for you. And then moving across to the right and doing the same. And we're going to build momentum with our breath and at our own pace. Keeping our shoulders loose. And rocking at our own pace. Allowing to the breath to come at whatever comfort level for you. Very good. And from here, we're going to allow our arms to just drop to the sides gently. And we're going to start a rocking back and forth, a twisting really, from left to right. And we're going to allow those arms to be heavy, 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 heavy at the shoulders. Relaxed neck and posture, shoulders squared. And we're going to allow our hands, as we turn, to tap over our kidneys, and at our hips in the front, almost massaging those places with a little bit of force. We want to know that we're there. We want to stimulate these acupressure points. Remembering your breath as you're tapping and twisting and wringing out the body and getting that chi stirred up. Feels really good on my hips. And as you twist the body, if you feel like bringing that arm up in the front to hit the acupressure point right under the collarbone, that's a great stimulation point. Help opening the lungs. Now we're stimulating both points. Remembering to inhale fully and exhale just as fully. Very good. And as you slowly just start to drop the hands back down, still hitting those points on the hips, I want to now move into some tapping. So we're going to start with our fists, just tapping at our front of our hips, at the hip bones, right at the pelvis. Nice, firm pounding, nothing too aggressive. Just waking everything up. Remembering your breath, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. From here, we're going to move down the body, down the front of our quads. Just gently tapping. If you want to open your palms, you can do that. We're going to tap right down the front and then right up the back. All the way up the hamstrings and up the back into the liver again, and then back down around front. And the hips again, remembering the breath. Very good. And taking a moment, we're going to place our hands back over our lower dantian and just receive some of that energy we got stirred up in the lower portion. Feels really nice. And from here, I'd like to bring that tapping up. So we're going to begin with our right hand going across our left collarbone, tapping into the arm, down the front, and then up the bottom portion. And then across that collarbone, we're going to have it lead into the opposite hand, and we're going to do the same thing, just tapping down the front, and then turning and going back up. Remembering the breath, and then back across again. We're just going to keep that rhythm going, waking everything up. Remembering to breathe those deep belly breaths, that wave breath. Very good, very good. Just keeping up with that breath. Very good. Very good, Margaret. Very good. And from here, we're going to move back into our lower dantian, placing our hands over that area right below the belly button with our shoulders relaxed and continuing that wave breath. And just picturing all the energy we got stimulated, pouring into this center of renewal, filling us with the life of breath. And from here, let's go ahead and balance the Qi again. We're going to bring our arms up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Remembering to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Bringing up from the ground, we're drawing up that Qi, up, 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 filling ourselves. And as we exhale, we're releasing. And again. And from here, we are going to practice drawing our circles, and we're going to use our neck. We're just going to make gentle circles looking up from the middle to the right shoulder, inhaling as we go up and exhaling as we move down to the center. Inhaling again, back up to the left. And exhaling down again to center. And inhale up to the right. And exhale down to the center. Continuing with this movement until you feel done. And from here, we're going to start with our feet about shoulder width apart. And we're going to be pushing the wave. So we're going to start to the right in sort of like a lunge position, just a gentle one. And we're going to be moving with our breath. So we're going to be pushing out on the exhale. We're pushing away from us. So exhaling out. And then as we inhale, we're scooping back up, pulling it all back in to us, and then exhaling on the pulling in, and then pushing out, scooping back up that life breath, prana, and exhaling, pushing out. And again, pulling in. And one more time, pushing out. From here, we're going to go to center, pulling in. And then switching and doing the same thing on the opposite side. Leaning back on that exhale. Pushing forward on that inhale and pulling in, and leaning back, and exhaling, pushing forward and leaning forward. And again, up, and again exhaling, pulling in. And then we're going to exhale to the center, covering our lower dantian. Just exhaling. And from here, we are going into swirling the plate. So this is going to be a full body kind of a movement. Okay? We're just going to be relaxed, sort of in the same position with our feet squared and comfortable, shoulder width apart. We're going to have one hand sort of on our hip and the other one almost like a little teapot. We're going to start out and up. We're like a server. Have you ever worked in a restaurant?
Many years.
Okay, so we're going to be swirling the plate across, down, and in front of us, and then behind, and watching it. We want to keep our palm facing up. Coming back around, and then again back in front. Oh, you're doing great. And then behind, and just watching that plate. We're swirling it. Remembering your breath. Down, across, in front and back. Going at your own speed. And whenever that feels right for you, we're going to switch arms. Okay, I like to start up here. Back, across front, across the hip, swirling it around.
Okay, then where you come back.
Yes. Sometimes it's a little awkward from one side to the other, but it's whatever's right for you. And never pushing yourself past anything that feels uncomfortable. So making sure that nothing is pulling or sharp feeling. It should feel natural and flowing. We're bending and twisting, and keeping everything loose. Remembering our breath. And whenever that feels like enough for you, you can be done. And from here, flow like the river. We're going to flow like the river. We are going to get into a horse stance. So, that's going to be like you're riding a horse.
Let's do it.
Strong feet, squared hips, and we're going to just kind of ride it down.
Okay.
Not pushing past anything that's too uncomfortable. And just remembering your breath as you go. Inhaling up.
Let me grab my spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Exhaling down. And just continuing this pulsing, like and if this feels bad on your knees, don't go too far. You might want a higher stance. Very good. Remembering that breath. Keeping the belly button tight and the shoulders relaxed. And we're just building some strength here. And when that feels like enough, we're going to bring our feet closer together. And we're gonna be swimming with the dragon next.
Oh, I love it.
So we're gonna bring our hands together, and we're gonna start up high, and we're just gonna flow through the energy centers. We're gonna start at the crown and breathing. We're gonna do a couple swipes, and then down to the third eye. Clearing it away, and then down to the throat chakra. Remembering to keep your hips loose, and gentle movements. Let's move down to the heart. And then the lower dantian. And now we're following the dragon down to that root chakra. As low as you want to go. And if you're ready to come back up, let's do it. We'll just swirl them back up the way we came. You're doing a great job. Ooh, I feel like we're dancing. We're swimming with the dragon.
I like it. He's awesome.
And we're keeping things nice and loose, just going with the flow. It's all about the flow and remembering our breath. Very good. I don't know about you, that one felt really good to me.
I like the dragon.
Well, let's keep it with the reptiles. Now we're going to be
Okay.
coiling the python.
Oh, wow.
This one, you want to make sure we'll move the sticks since we're outside.
I know. And the acorns.
And the acorns. Okay, so this is going to be about holding the pose a little bit. So we're going to start with our hands. And we're going to wrap them around. Just as whatever's
I'm better
comfortable.
with one arm than the other.
That's okay. And you're just going to comfortably hold them. If it doesn't feel right, don't push it.
I think that's it.
Okay, if that's comfortable, then
That
that's
is
good.
very comfortable.
Now we're going to take the leg and do the same thing. Oh, shit.
Okay, darling.
Oops.
I knew why I don't care for snakes.
And let's just breathe into this pose. Pushing up with the arms a bit. Keeping the core tight. When that feels like enough, you can uncoil. And we'll do the other side.
Okay.
So.
This one's good for my balance because my balance is horrible.
Well, this is perfect to work on that.
Yeah.
Whenever's comfortable. Don't push
I've had
your
that
wrist.
broken wrist, so this is as good as I can go.
Then that's the right pose for you if it's
Okay.
comfortable.
Thank
Remembering to breathe. And coming out of that pose whenever feels right for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I liked it.
You liked it?
I did.
Now we're going to just regulate the breath. Keeping our hands over our lower dantian. Squaring our shoulders. Pulling our collarbones open. Taking a nice deep belly breath in through the nose. Pulling up that energy. And exhaling it fully. I'd like to do a little breath of fire. So what we're going to do now, you can just keep your hands in the same position. We're going to keep with that wave breath, except when we get to the top, I'm going to ask you to take in a few more breaths and a few more breaths, and then we'll hold.
Okay.
And then at the exhale, you're going to exhale fully until you almost feel your belly button touching your spine.
Oh, yes.
And then you breathe regular. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's inhale.
Mm-hmm.
Little more. Little more. Little more. Hold it until it's comfortable for you. And release whenever you're ready. Fully exhale, fully exhale. And let's do another one. Inhale. Little more. Little more. Hold it. Release whenever you're ready. Fully exhale. And let's do one more. Inhale. Little more. Little more. Hold it. Exhale whenever you're ready. And go back to your normal breath. Very good, very good. How do you feel?
I love it.
You love
I'm so proud of you. This is a great class. I love this class. I knew you were a natural.
Thank you so much for practicing with me, Margaret.
Oh, this is going to be great for my balance.